better? We'll wait and see if you come back and let me know. But I am going to get gas right now because I have a Zifty. That's why I'm in my husband's car, because he has a very large delivered. So my car is a little bit bigger, so it's easier just for the larger orders, whoever has that, to take my car. But he had to go get gas in mine, and now I have to get gas for him. I might go through a car wash. I'm obsessed with getting the car washed. I don't know why. I just am. We have the monthly pass, so that's probably why, is, I want to get as much out of it as I can. Hi, Lisa. Is this any better? I hope it is. Gas. How much is gas by all of you? I am going to pay $3.69. I don't know if that's the norm. I'm going to say no, because our governor is the worst governor in the history of governors. And he actually is now starting. He wants to pass a law that's starting in January. Hi, PJ. He's passing a law starting in January that he wants to tax us per mile on our vehicles. We already have to pay $150, I think. Do you know what it is, PJ, for your plate sticker, for your registration? $150. That is ridiculous. We have 3 cars, and it's just crazy. Insurance is crazy, and gas is ridiculous, and now he wants to tax us per mile. He's already taxing us $1.50 for every delivery we get, whether it be from UPS, FedEx, DoorDash, Instacart, anything that is delivered to your house, he is taxing $1.50. And it's all of Illinois, but that money only goes to Chicago. That's just insane. $3.15, Lisa. I would do anything for $3.15 right now. My truck is a gas guzzler, obviously, and I feel like I'm getting gas every day, every other day, and it's like $50 to fill up my tank right now. But so anyways, yes, he wants to put tracking devices in all of our vehicles so that he can figure out how many miles that we have and tax us on it. That is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So, wow. Show the proof of your lie. All right, whatever. I know, PJ, it's ridiculous, and it's worse by you in the city. Although every time I go into the city, I'm like, it's going to be so expensive here, and it's really not much more than what we are in the burbs, where it used to be the burbs were so much cheaper, but not anymore. So, anyways, hit those. Oh, thanks. Yeah, if you guys could hit the like and subscribe. Sorry, this is my very first one, and I have no idea what I'm doing, so I apologize. But if you can, comment, subscribe, like, everything else that you can do to get this into a better algorithm so that I can make my small little channel grow. But how was your morning catering, PJ? Yeah, I know. I don't understand it. It used to be so much cheaper out here. One day, and I kid you not, we live kind of like on the cusp of Cook County and DuPage County. So there's a gas station that's in DuPage County that is always so much cheaper. When I went past it in the morning for a delivery, it was $3.18. By the time I came back to get gas, it was $3.69. All within like 2 hours, maybe. That's crazy how that they can just fluctuate that much. I just don't understand it. And I'm on the wrong side of the gas tank. I just realized I'm in my husband's car. So I have to go to the other side. But, so I have, anyways, my Zifty went up to $89 for today for Redmain. And Michael has a $200 delivered, which is really good. So far we're off to a good start. I don't know. It's super hot, super hot and humid. I can handle the heat. I can't handle the humidity. But I am going to step out here and start pumping this gas really quick because I think, what time is it? Yeah, I need to start heading towards my pickup. So let me just start this gas. Hold on one second. Okay. Now that's pumping, and I'm sitting in a car with no air. So does anybody have any catering or orders already for today? I did $30 really quick on Instacart this morning. Who is it hot? I had to go drop off my stepson to work because his car completely broke. So we're on the look out for another used car for him, just to get around to school and baseball. So right now we are taking him to and from work. So, thankfully he's got some out of town tournaments that he won't need a car for. So that'll help a little bit, but, this is odd because I usually have stuff that I already want to talk about and I didn't even think about it. I just thought about let's go live because I was so excited that I finally could. I'm driving to my pickup, but I'm in the back. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Yeah, I'm going to have to be driving very shortly here, too. I have to wait for this gas to go, and then I have to go. I wonder how... Actually, I need to get online. Why won't it let me? Zifty always makes me nervous because if you don't get online when they want you to, they'll take that order right away. Let me just end this gas thing. Okay. It's only $40 to fill up his car. So it said, I tried to get online and it said there was an error. Now I guess I just have to wait for it to refresh, which makes me very nervous. Oh, wow. All right, PJ, I'm actually probably going to end this, or unless I just chit-chat on my way to my pickup, but I hope you guys are all having a good day. We'll chat later. I'll probably get on when I can actually do stuff. So, thanks for everybody for coming in, Lisa and PJ and everybody else. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see if I can finally get on Zifty, which I can't. I still have the order. Well, I guess I can just drive around until it comes on. Is it as hot where everybody else is today? And I think for the next, after today, I think it's going to rain the rest of the week, which is going to make it even more humid, which is not good. I think there's something wrong with Zifty. I can't get on. Oh, here we go. Go online. It always makes me so nervous. Okay. My uncle's texting me. It's beautiful out here, but it's just so humid. Let's start the navigation and see how long it's going to take. Half hour.
Starting route to 405 West Dundee Road.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that yet. Am I supposed to turn, I think I am, this volume down? I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter when I'm doing catering, but I guess if I'm going to have this on while I'm doing DoorDash or Uber so that people's addresses aren't announced to the world. I don't know. I gotta get used to this life. It's so much different than just making videos, guys. I'm so sorry. My husband better be watching this because I know he's on his way to his catering. Let me show you guys some scenery. Not that it's great scenery. It's just... Where am I? I'm on Schaumburg Road right now. I'm going to head down by the mall because if I leave now for my catering, it's going to be... I'm going to get there way too early. Really, PJ? Why not? I have to get Michael's. Mine was super easy to get. Did it say why? PJ was wanting to know about the prepaid card for delivered, which is actually really nice because we're just leaving it in that account until we have to pay a bill or something, a car payment or, you know, rent or whatever. And then we'll have that big chunk of money there. But mine was pretty easy. I do need to do Michael's because I don't want to... It's 50 cents, I get it, but I'm hoping after next week we start getting multiple orders a day, and then that's going to be, you know, that'll add up a little here and there. So if you get the card, then you can do 2 free transfers to your bank account a month. So we figured we would either hold it, you know, for the whole month or do it like on the 15th and the 30th or something and make those. And you can still use the card as a debit card for whatever. So if, you know, grocery shopping or gas or whatever. So that would be to where you don't have to pay any fees, which is nice. I hate paying any kind of fees. And I didn't even realize that we were paying them with Zifty because they didn't make it, you know, really well known. I am able to go live. Thank you so much. Not that I know what I'm doing still, so I'm just kind of winging this one. I had to go home to switch cars with my husband, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I have a while. I'm just going to go live. And didn't even think about, like, I can't... My videos are literally one take. Because if you've watched my videos, I don't know how to edit. But I am going to have to find a different app that I try to upload these videos with, because I forget who... I was watching somebody's live and they mentioned 2 different programs to use if you... Like, it's easy and it gives you enough features. I don't know how to do anything with this stuff. So I'm still learning. So videos are literally like just me sitting here talking one take. I don't stop them. If I stop them and I start another one, I just put them together. I don't edit anything out because I don't know how. So these lives are like, I don't know what to say, like, because I'm just driving and talking to myself, really. Let's see. They don't have an option for it anymore. It keeps sending me to the blank page. CapCut is free. I think that's one of them that somebody said too, PJ. Thanks. I wonder if did you email anybody to see why? Because I know that they are really promoting that card and really want it to go out. I wonder why. I'm going to try to do Michael's tonight. And if you go live, then I'll come on and let you know if we were able to do it or not. Because like I said, mine was super simple. I just got the card in the mail the other day. So, and it literally within, I'd say 10, 15 minutes at the most, you get the little notification that your money has been put into your app or into your card. So, one more week, guys. So I'm assuming I have to wait a week from tomorrow for this delivered new system. Because if it goes live on the 1st, I guess the 1st would be the first day that I could get an offer as Elite. So Monday will still be just a normal day, which kind of stinks because Mondays I never get anything, because Mondays aren't that busy, and whatever that is out there the Elites take, or it's just like, you know, $20 to go downtown, which I'm not going downtown for $200, let alone $20. So Michael is the downtown guy. He's going down there today for a little over $200 for NAF. One day, PJ, we're gonna get Redmayne on the same day. Yeah, it was on the Every app that I had to do it. When we get home after lunch, when he gets home from downtown, I'm gonna go on and try to do it. Yes, Lisa, I agree. I'm gonna do it. Do you have to send me an invite for that? Or do I just search for it? My husband wishes that I was quiet. I'm not. I talk. I used to teach, so I can talk in front of anybody. It's just I don't know what to talk about on this, because I know when I first... So let me go back to how I started this channel. I watched the very first person I think I ever watched was Cars and Cribs, which is Jerome. And I like Jerome because he is very... What street is this? I don't think... I wasn't paying attention. It is Beecham. He's not negative, and I just can't handle some of the channels. And I like a lot of these channels, but then when they get into the negativity, I can't do it. I just can't do it anymore. So I love PJ, and he's in Chicago, I like to see where he was and whatever, and he went into my old neighborhood a lot. And so I was talking to him and I asked him how did he start his channel. And actually, let's back up. There was a thing from Delivered asking for, I don't even remember what they call it now, but it was somebody to like kind of promote Delivered on their YouTube channel, the Extra Mile, I think that's what it was called. And so I applied for it just because I apply for everything. And Charlie, messaged me back and said that he would love to have me. And at the time I was chasing Emerald Elite, and he's like, that's, a good story. Everybody would want it. They'll follow. It'll be a good content, whatever. Well, I didn't have a channel. So I was asking PJ, like, do you have any advice? And he said that his biggest piece of advice would be to not make it a gig app or a gig channel, that to make it about your life, because you'll get people from the gig economy in there. You'll get people from, if we like to go to Vegas, you'll get people that want to watch slots. You'll get all this other stuff if we go out to a restaurant. So that was like my goal. So on here, I don't know, for live, like, what do I do? Do I just talk about the apps? Do I talk about my life? What am I supposed to do? So that's why I'm a little I'm not sure what to do right now. I love PJ. He is the best. My husband actually, I say met him, he's a superstar, but to us he is, but they did a catering order, not together, but from the same restaurant. And my husband called me and he's like, you're never going to guess who I just saw. I'm like, he always gets the good stuff, always. And I am out and about all the time and I never see anybody. But so now that when I went on, he actually remembered Michael. And so we just became pretty chummy. And now he's like my go-to person for this YouTube channel, because he was the reason that I started it. So one day we haven't been to Vegas in a couple years just because A, this economy is just horrible. B, we are just too busy, and we used to go all the time and I miss it. So I would love to be able to go, or just to like we don't go to casinos in Illinois because Illinois is so corrupt. You don't win. So we usually go up to Indiana if we go to like Hard Rock or Horseshoe, or to Michigan to I was gonna say Wind Creek. That's the new one on the south side though. To Four Winds. So maybe we could go there one day and I'll record slots, because I know that's a big channel thing too. I don't know. I'm just trying to grow this channel in any way that I can. So we'll have to see what I can do to make it grow. But right now I am kind of by Woodfield Mall. So I probably should turn some apps on and see if I can get anything. There was an Uber streak for 5 shops. I got it on Friday to do 5 shops. It's only an extra $15, but I always like to do those because free money is great. But I didn't do anything this weekend. I mean, we did work, but we did DoorDash. So, and some caterings. I did a catering that on Zifty, it was like $37. So I knew that they had tipped on the app. And it was a lot of food. It was not a lot. It was $600 worth of food, and it went to a like a resort. It was a private party. They rented it out. So I knew they tipped on the app because Zifty's base pay is only $4. And they still tipped me $50 once I got there and set up the food, which was great. Thanks, Lisa. I hope this channel grows. Never in my life did I ever think that I would be doing this, ever. So, it's fun. Once I can get the ins and outs of a live, they say your first of anything is always your worst. So I can only go up from here, which is a good thing. But I think I might end this so that I can make my way to my pickup. I don't even know. I've never heard of this place. It's MP Kitchen in Wheeling. So it's not far. It's like maybe a 20-minute drive. But I have no idea what to expect. Like, do they put them in boxes? Do I need my bags? And I hate bringing in my bags to a restaurant when they have boxes, because then it's just an extra thing I have to carry out. But we'll see. I'm just going to turn in here. But I'm picking up $530 something worth of food, and then taking it right over the border into the city. So like the suburbs are right across the street. It's not a bad drive, and it's right off the expressway. So actually I'm going to turn in here. I don't know why I feel like taking you on a scenic little tour. If anyone is not from Chicago, I'm going to turn in here, which is Woodfield Mall. People get bused to this mall. I've never, even in my younger days when the mall was cool, I never liked Woodfield because it's so big. Like, too big. Let's see, let's go this way. People don't know how to drive in this parking lot. But there's a lot of buses that, from the retirement homes or whatever that come in here. They have a lot of, there's just everything you could possibly think of is in this mall. I'm just going to sit here for a second. But there's Penny's, and there used to be a Sears, there's Nordstrom's, there's Lord & Taylor, there's Macy's, there's everything. Everything you could think of is in this mall. I agree, PJ. Hi, Dean. When you bring in your bags, and it's like, or I'll walk in and say, how are you going to package these? Do I need bags? oh yeah, you're going to need bags. So I go out and get them and I bring them in and they're like, oh, here's the box. Well, I didn't need a bag, which is, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just a little more annoying to know. I've done enough of these restaurants. I know usually what to bring, but I've never been to this one at all. I've never even heard of it. MP Kitchen and Bar. And then with Zifty, like if I have it delivered, I can get there as early as I want and go in and tell them what I have. And then they usually try to get it to you quicker if they can. Well, with Zifty, you can't because they don't give you the ezCater number until 5 minutes before. And I still will never understand why they don't let you know where you're going for the drop off. When I ask, they say it's for security purposes. I don't understand. Like, what am I going to do with that information? I love having it because, like, if I had Michael's order that he has today, oh, I think I'll take that if I can get it. It's a $10.55 for 4 miles on Uber, but it was oh, I did get it. Okay. Let's go do this. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I like if I have to go someplace downtown, especially if it's within a mile of, am I going this way? I think I was supposed to go the other way. Of Wacker, I'm calling this place of business
right on West Drive,
to find out where I have to go because I will drop it if I have to go to Lower Wacker. I don't care how much it's paying me, it gets dropped because I don't care about my stats at that moment because it is so confusing down there. So it's convenient to know where you're going is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, let me lower that. Just so that you know where you're going. I mean, I don't understand why that information is so privileged with them. But it is. I don't know who Corey is, but hi, Corey. Oh, I think that's the Canadian. Hi, Corey. Sorry, I didn't realize what your name was. I apologize. I probably should have gone straight into here. I think I'm going to. I think I'm in a turn lane, though. I don't know. This is across the street from Woodfield, which has its own set of stores and restaurants. It's just, the sad thing is, I live 10 minutes away from this mall, and I can't even come here because it's not worth it, because everybody thinks that it's so busy out here, and it quite possibly could be, but everybody comes out here to where I make no money. I have to travel to go do like DoorDash and Uber and everything else, even Instacart, because everybody thinks that this is where they need to be. So I think they're all traveling from all over. I had somebody who I ran into who came here from the city.
Turn right on North
that's like at least a 30 to 40 minute drive to come here with no traffic, or with, you know, medium, with a medium amount of traffic. And there's no way that I would come all this way, but people do, and that makes me not be able to work out here. I have to go other places. But there is every restaurant, everything, every high-end restaurant, every chain restaurant, everything out here. But I can't make money out here. I have to go out, you know, someplace else, which kind of stinks. But Costco, I can't get anything from this Costco over here either. Ever. I don't understand. I think it should be, you could go anywhere, but if you are working in the area that you signed up for, then you should get like first dibs over people that drove here from out of town, but you know, wherever. I guess that's not true. That shouldn't be, because then that wouldn't be fair either. I just hate that we have to drive so far to work. Could you maybe not hit me? Thank you. That's my biggest fear, I'm going to tell you right now, of me being live, is I have such road rage. I am the nicest person. I am super positive about everything, but I have such severe road rage. Oh, wrong way. And I'm always afraid that I don't swear at all. People don't believe me. Ask my husband. One of the first things he ever asked me was why? Like, why don't you swear? My mother taught me not to. That's my answer. Like, I was such a goody two shoes and a good kid that if my mother told me not to do something, I really didn't do it. And so to this day, I don't swear. They laugh at me because I'll say, gosh darn it, or what the heck, man, but you will not hear me swearing. But my version of swearing will come out when I have road rage. So, all right, I'm going to run in really quick and pick this up. If I can, oh, here's my phone. And I will be right back. Okay. I hope I didn't just screw myself and now I'll be late for my pickup, but I should deliver this by 11:30, and then I should be on time. As long as I don't run into traffic. There has been so much construction out here. It's been crazy. Like, every street is
at the next light, turn left.
Blocked off, and it's crazy. Summer in Chicago, it really is true that there's two seasons in Chicago, winter and construction. Because I swear, once the snow melts, they're out there digging up something, and then they dig it up, and then they just leave it for weeks before they do anything with it.
Turn left onto North Meacham Road,
which is very annoying. But let's hopefully get this out here. I think this might leave me like close to the expressway. That's the other good thing about Woodfield, is every expressway leads here. So it's pretty convenient. Oh, actually, it's not gonna, it's going the opposite direction. This construction site on the right-hand side is a new kind of strip mall that they're making, and is gonna have a ton of new restaurants in there, which will be good. The only time we ever really come down here, kind of, is Friday nights. But then they send you so far because everybody wants all the restaurants that are here. The Cheesecake Factory, Weber Grill, Texas Deep Brazil, like all of the higher end, not higher end, but you know, Shaw's, Big Bowl, all of that stuff. So we're constantly, if we get a good order, we know we're going at least 10 miles away. But I do love living here, but not working here. Even Instacart, it's horrible. I can't get anything that is over, like, I think $30. I think I got one $55 when I first started, and it was at like 6:30, or I'm sorry, 7 in the morning on a Sunday. It was a double, and only one of them tipped. But other than that, I can't get anything. That's why I love Shipt, because you can, oh, the cute little dog. You can figure out who tips and who doesn't tip. Oh, PJ, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. We are so oversaturated. We never, ever, ever get peak pay. Ever. And if we do, it's $1. Like, there are so many people that come out here to Dash, especially. It's ridiculous. Like, I was watching somebody the other day, I forget who, and they said that they have to get on the schedule for Grubhub in order to get anything. Yeah, not here. Because you're just going to get... Actually, Grubhub is pretty good out here. Pay-wise, not consistency-wise, but I do make pretty good money on there. And I don't get on a schedule, because that's part of why I don't like DoorDash. I hate being on a schedule. I am too much, fly by the seat of my pants. If I get this order, I want to be able to take it. And not have to worry about being on a schedule, and I can't turn it off because then I get dinged for that. Like, they took the joys of being an independent contractor out of being an independent contractor by putting in these acceptance rates and these ratings and these tiers and everything else. It should just be like it used to be, and you just take what you want and decline the rest. And if people don't get their stuff, then that's on them. They need to know why they're not getting it, because nobody wants to take your order. As a Platinum driver, yesterday morning was out just because everybody was sleeping, and I don't like to start cleaning early in the morning while everyone's sleeping, because I don't want to wake them up. So I'll go out and do some stuff. So I decided to turn on DoorDash. $2 to go 3 miles. Like, come on. Do they really think... And the sad thing is, yes, they will get their food, but...
At the next light, turn right.
Yeah, we watched... Oh, who was it? Rideshare Rodeo? I think the guy's channel is. He says that there's several states, I think he said there was at least 12 of them, that in the next few months are going to be making changes to the laws for gig work. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. And if it is, I would highly doubt that Illinois is one of them, because this is the worst state. I loved Chicago. I was born and raised here. When I was in 7th grade, my mom moved me to Phoenix, and I went to high school out there and came back. But there was never, ever a time that I would ever have thought that I would not want to be in Chicago. And I just can't anymore.
In 1.2
parking,
turn left
the
onto
rats,
Drive.
the crime, the everything, that it's just ridiculous. But anyways, he said that there was different rules and regulations that were going to be coming. I don't know what that means. Something about an acceptance rate is going to go away. I don't see how that can happen. But if it could, that would be wonderful, because we should be able to do what we want. If I take, for example, a DoorDash order, PJ, there's orders on the open board if you don't have one. I know you say you don't see them. Let's see. It's a $30 order at 11 o'clock on Armitage going to South Laughlin. So not good. 7 miles away. But if I get an order on DoorDash and then I immediately get something better on Uber or anything, Instacart, I should be able to cancel that DoorDash and not have to worry about it. It's just, I should be able to give and take what I want. There are so many other Dashers, Uber drivers, whatever out there that will take that other order as soon as I decline it, or drop it. So it should not be a big deal. I know Michael thinks that, and he has a great point. Every time you get an order on one app, you almost always immediately get a better order on another app. Like is there one location that's sending out all these orders and they know what you're taking, so like let's screw with them and give them a higher order after they just accepted this one on a different platform? I don't know. It makes sense because it happens all the time. And I don't mean just like an $8 on DoorDash and then like a $9 on Uber. I'm talking like an $8 on DoorDash and then a $20 on Uber. Like, it's a huge difference, you know? Just like PJ, there are so many catering orders out here. We never get them. Ever. Because they're large. So they go to the elites first, and that's what my biggest hope of when I make elite next week is that I can start to stay local and get the Schaumburg ones. I think Delivered should let you pick one company that like is your favorite. Like you're able to favorite one so that if your stats are good and they have an order, because obviously I would pick Redmayne. And actually I might. Well, Wisec is usually only once a month, though. At least Redmayne, is twice a week. But I don't mind driving to Redmayne because, like I said, it's right off of the expressway. Come on. I should have went. But I think that they should let you favorite
in 1.7
so that if it comes down
East Niagara Avenue
to, like, they have an order and it's your favorite and it's somebody else's favorite, whoever has the better stats or however they're going to figure that out. I don't know. I have no idea what they're going to do once everybody under the sun is elite. However, I don't believe people will stay elite even if they are come the first. But that's just my opinion. Hi, babe. I just have to tell you, I have the best husband in the whole entire world. There is nothing that I want to do that he is not 1000% behind me for anything. I mean, I've done everything. I've sold Pampered Chef, I've sold Tupperware, and he was always my biggest cheerleader for everything. I wanted to go back to school at one point, which I did, but it wasn't for me, but he was still 1000% behind me. I could not for a better husband. I tell him all the time, we met each other late in life, but he was definitely worth the wait. So I do have the best husband in the whole entire world. Let's see, I'm 3 minutes away, and then hopefully I can make it right on time to my pickup for Redmayne. I love these side streets with no traffic. PJ, where are your afternoon pickups at? Maybe you'll run into him. He's going to Naf Naf. It's so nice out here. Like, to live out here, it's so peaceful. It's very family oriented. Our son loves it. Let's see. It's getting hotter. I can feel it, and more humid. Come on. Let me see if this is a leave it door. I think it is.
Turn left onto East Niagara Avenue.
Looks like it's on Niagara, but it's technically on Sunset. What? Well, I'm on Sunset. 1300. Niagara. What? Oh, that was Summit. Okay, sorry.
Turn left onto East Monterey Avenue. Turn right onto East Niagara Avenue.
Oh, I hate
Then
when they talk at the same
destination is on
time.
your right.
So 1300 Sunset Drive. Ooh, that's what I'm not supposed to be saying, I think. Sorry, whoever lives here, I apologize.
Drop off on the right. The destination is on your right. Arrived.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Ah, now I see what they're talking about. Let me go back this way. 'Cause I don't like to walk through all this green.
Sarah says, leave at door. Please do not ring bell.
Oh, that was a big hole. You're going to Lower Wacker, babe? Oh my goodness, I didn't know that. Now I'm going to have to say a prayer for you. All right, let me just run this in really quick. See, that's why I can't do downtown. I did not think he'd have to go down to Lower Wacker. I would cancel that order right now. But he's better at this than me.
Starting route to 405 West Dundee Road. Head east on East Niagara Avenue.
Okay. Alrighty, let's see. Where am I going? This way.
At the next stop sign, turn right.
When we first started doing all of this gig economy stuff and we were watching videos, we watched Jerome, and for a split second we actually contemplated buying a van.
At the stop sign, turn right.
I'm glad we didn't, because we don't get enough larger orders like that to constitute having one. Plus, now that I know more, I don't want all of those larger orders because I'm not lifting all that stuff.
In 2.3 miles.
Man, she just keeps going back up. I turn her down and she goes right back up. Thanks to Lisa, and I know now to keep watching Rhodey. I was only watching it before for prescriptions because that's all I thought that I would take, because I never knew how big things are. But after taking that molding one that was so easy, I watched them more, but I always thought that was really geared towards people with vans. And ironically, when I went into Home Depot and said I had a Rhodey order, she was training somebody, and he's like, well, what's that? She's like, oh, it's the van orders. So they even think that it's for vans. But I stock it now. I thought I haven't taken one since that day, but at least I know that it's available, which is nice. Babe, your stupid Sharpie keeps falling everywhere. This is the biggest Sharpie I've ever seen in my life. Ironically, the car that I'm in right now is my car, and the truck that I drive is my husband's car, But I drove that truck once and fell in love with it and took it. So now he has my car and I have his car. But every time I get into this car, it's an Equinox, but I feel like it's so little because my Explorer is so big. And whenever we have to switch, he always laughs at me because I have so much stuff in there that I have to take out. But hopefully there's not a lot of traffic for him to go downtown right now. At least mine is going to the suburbs, so traffic shouldn't be that bad. And I should make it just in time for my pickup, which is really nice. See how pretty it is out here? I remember when my mom first moved me to Arizona, I grew up on Grand Avenue, Grand and Ashland. And it took me forever. I had to start sleeping with the radio on because it was way too quiet. I was so used to the sirens and the fire trucks and, you know, the accidents or the screaming and yelling out that it was so quiet. I didn't know how to deal with it. Yeah, I agree, PJ. I love Jerome. I think Jerome, again, one of the more positive people that does YouTube, so that's why I like him so much. And he doesn't like clickbait. Clickbait. You know, and make you wait to the very end to say whatever it is that he was going to say in the beginning. But yeah, I do love him, and
in 1 mile,
I mean, he's
right
great at what he does. The truck, that van's paid off already, and he does way more other stuff than what we see, and that's how I guess he makes most of his money. He's a realtor too, I guess. But I think he was the very first person that we ever watched, and we learned a lot from him. But I'm glad that we didn't learn to go get the van, because we really did look into it, but it wasn't worth it. The truck or the Explorer that we have right now is perfect. So I was watching, I don't know if anybody does Walmart Spark. I've had it forever, and in the beginning I used it a lot and it was decent, but then I could never get anything anymore. So I happened to watch where am I going? 53 north.
Go past this light.
Thing that Pedro put out about Walmart and how he started doing it at 6 a.m. And he says he's making $300 a day, good for him if that's true. I can't make that much, but I have made, Friday I made 150, I think it was, on them.
Use the right lane to merge,
which is more than I think I've ever made in a day on them. So if you do have Walmart, you might want to, and if you weren't using it, you might want to give it another shot. It was definitely worth it. And I enjoy their routes for their Walmart.com deliveries. I did one. Originally, it was supposed to be $64, I think it was. But I had a bike, and I had too much stuff in my back seat that I couldn't fit it back there. And because somebody else had two of those ginormous planters that you put in your yard with the flowers or whatever, they were so big that it took up a quarter of my back trunk just because of the width of it. So I couldn't fit the bike. So it went down to $58, but I got it done in an hour and 45 minutes. So it was pretty, it didn't take me very far either. I think after my last stop, it took me 10 minutes to get home. So it wasn't bad at all. But I'm going to try to get up and start doing those and Instacart in the morning. Although I get really good shipped orders too in the morning. Does anybody in here, I don't know how many people are still in here. Does anybody do Shipt that's in here?
Take the exit toward Dundee Road and State Route 68.
Jerome is rhyming like Muhammad Ali. He really does. You don't forget a face. I was shocked when I told you in the chat on your live that you had met my husband before and you knew exactly where and when and who he was. I was shocked. I always look out for him. I look out for him and you, and I would look out for Toya, but I think she stays on the south side, like the south suburbs, because I like her too. I don't know who else on here is like from Chicago that does YouTube. Like there's a girl, Valentine. I think it's Valentine Drives Vegas or something like that. I watch her because Vegas, I love Vegas. I would move there in a heartbeat. So I like to watch people that I know where they are because of the scenery. Like Sin City Deliveries. He's in Vegas too. And then there's somebody that's in Phoenix that I watch. Just because I like to watch the scenery and know where places are. Oh yeah, there's that oh babe, what's his name? There's this guy that's in Arizona, and I swear he works for DoorDash. He has red on in every video that he does. He has everything is DoorDash is the best thing ever, and I make so much money off of it. I can't think of his name, but he is like way overly positive and says that you have to, he says that he doesn't take upside down orders, yet he's got like a 99% acceptance rate. Yeah, you're taking upside down orders at that point. Nobody can get up that high without doing that. What is his name? And I liked him when I first saw him because he is positive. But after a while, man, I just can't take it anymore. But I still like watching him because I like to see where he's going. See, like, if you look to your right, that's our traffic. And that's to get on the ramp to go to the city. Otherwise, what I'm driving is pretty normal. Of course, at like, 5 o'clock with rush hour, it's going to get a little bit more. But for the most part, this is what we drive all the time, which is way better than the city. I think I'm going to pass. I can show you guys where the bears are supposed to be moving, if that ever. I never know where they are on that point at any given moment. They're gonna move to Arlington, then they're not gonna move, then they're gonna make another stadium in Chicago. I don't know what they're doing. So much construction. So does anyone have any trips coming up for the summer? We do not. My mom is coming in tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. She lives in Texas. She'll be here for 2 weeks, but she's coming in for her sister's birthday, and they're going to DC. My mom is one of 14. I am one of 50 grandkids, nieces and nephews, whatever, and I'm right smack in the middle. I'm number 25 out of 50. So there are 8 girls and 6 boys, the last two, my uncle and then my aunt, were both born on the 4th of July, a year apart. But then there's my mom and then two other aunts that were born a year apart. So they all turned 70, obviously a year apart, but they each got to pick where they wanted to go. So last year they went to Phoenix. 2 years before that was my mom's, and she just chose to stay here because I threw her a surprise party at the same time she was throwing me a surprise party, because I moved out when I was 18. So my mom hasn't spent a birthday with me in many, 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 many years. So because my birthday's in February, so no one ever wants to come to Chicago in February. So it was a double party that neither one of us knew the other one was throwing. So they stayed here, and this year is my other aunt's, and she wants to go to DC, so that's where they're going next week. So I will be MIA at night because I will be with my mom. I take her by my other aunt's house so that she could stay there and visit while I'm working, and then I go there at night and spend a couple hours with them, and then I'll come home. But I'm so excited. I don't get to see her very, very often, so it's nice when she's been coming in every year, but every year she leaves, she'll say, "This is the last time I'm coming here," because she flies by herself, and she lives in Amarillo. There is not a single direct flight from Amarillo to Chicago. I find that so hard to believe, but it is true. So it takes her like a day to travel, half a day to travel here. What should take like a 2-hour flight ends up being like a 6 to 8 hour day, because she has to have a layover and, change planes and everything. So, but I have to pick her up at Midway tomorrow because she flies Southwest. It used to be, well, actually she did get in for the free bags this time because she bought her ticket before the dates that they decided to charge for bags. But it's so far. If anyone's ever flown into O'Hare, Michael and I did the last time we went to Vegas on Southwest. It's in the international terminal, and I swear we had to walk like 3 miles from our terminal to baggage claim. It was so far, and my mom has heart issues, so I don't want her to do that. So I make her go to Midway, which is further for me, but it's easier for her. Your son lives in Amarillo?
In 2 miles, take the exit.
Oh, Oklahoma. Yeah, now, my mom obviously was born and raised in Chicago. We moved to Arizona. She stayed there for a year, I think, after I moved out. And then they moved to Florida because that's where my stepdad's family lives. And then they moved to Texas. Every place that she has moved does not have professional sports. Or like a place for concerts, like where big people would go. And before I got married, concerts was my thing. And I always tell her that you never go anywhere for anything that I would want to do. Oklahoma would be the closest thing for me to go if I went there for a concert. And then, of course, there's sports out there. It is. Midway is far, but a lot of my family lives on the south side of, like Hickory Hills and Orland and Evergreen Park. So I'm kind of used to driving it, so it doesn't really affect me that much. I think I passed. I did. I was going to show you guys where the bears were going to go. Sorry. I was talking as usual.
Stay in the second lane right.
But yeah, even though it's further, I would prefer to go there any day of the week over O'Hare, because even circling at Midway is so much easier than circling at O'Hare. At O'Hare, the second you stop, they want you to be moving again. Well, can they at least put their luggage in my car? And if you start with my mother, I will bite your head off. So when people start yelling at her, I yell back, and then she gets upset. It just,
Use the right lane to take
Midway is the way to go for
Road
us.
and State Route 68.
But I've driven through Oklahoma, Lisa, but I've never stopped there. So, I would love to go. I tell Michael when we retire, I want to get a big RV and just travel the world and go to all the baseball parks and all of the big casinos.
Take the exit.
Those were our two favorite things. We were just talking. I am a Cubs fan, and Michael is a Sox fan, and I will always say that is his only downfall is that he's a Sox fan. But we were talking about baseball the other day and how good that the Cubs are doing, and I'm like, it's so sad that I don't care, because all of these rules that they've made for baseball and all of these changes, it does not make the game fun anymore. Like, it's so boring to me to watch a game when I used to watch all of the games. I was obsessed.
In about 4 miles, turn right onto Northgate Parkway.
Oh, come on. But I don't know why that they had to change all of these rules and make it just so. The beauty of it was there was no clock, and now there's all these clocks and whatever. All right, I'm 10 minutes away. I think I'm going to let you guys go so I can call my husband and make sure that he's alive and okay. But thanks God. Wow, I've been on here for an hour. Holy cow, that went by fast. Thank you everyone for joining me on my first live. Sorry if it was a little on the boring side. I promise I will get better. If you have not, please like and subscribe and comment so that we can get this channel going and growing, and let's have fun. So I will try to make another video later, or maybe just go live again. I'm not sure. But I hope you guys are all making lots of money, and we'll chat later, guys. Now I don't know how to end this. Yeah, I really don't know how to end this. Okay.